now tuned in to my Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 2 reunion episode.
Let's get it, Sean!
Okay, so I wanted to give a few shout outs as usual. So I do have a shout out for a great YouTuber, so be sure to check her out. Her name is Jazzy Jujubee, and she's just so great. I have her on so many different social networks like Keek, Instagram, and we've just been talking and just chatting and just, you know, certain different topics. She's an amazing person, and she just jazzifies that hair and gets it into shape no matter how it looks. And she also does some great makeup tutorials as well. So I'll put her link down below, but this is her name. So be sure to check her out. Also wanted to give a shout out to some of my love bugs from You Now, from my You Now broadcast. They were actually watching me get ready a little earlier. And some of them I wanted to give a shout out to was Naya. My girl Naya. Oh my goodness, she's great. Also wanted to give a shout out to my boy Savante. Zavante, thanks for watching and, you know, and also supporting, as well as my other love bug, Shapriya, thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and get into the show. So it started off freaking crazy, but let me first talk about everybody's makeup, you know, real quick. They were pretty good for the most part. Erica's was kind of like bang. Shay, you know, she had something going on where she had a nice little blend. Jocelyn, I was loving that blonde hair. Everybody, you know, even Miss Mona, she had her little blonde hair going. I was like, okay, I wore the right color today. But Mimi and Jocelyn were the ones that kind of started off, and they were arguing, and first they looked like they was about to fight. Well, not even, let me say Jocelyn was the one that looked like she's about to fight her, talking about, yeah, you just mad because I got your baby daddy though, and she's like, oh, but you're the side hoe, you're a prostitute. That's what Mimi was saying. Well, Mimi, you know how Mimi is, she takes a relaxed approach. She has that, yeah, if you touch me, I can sue you type of approach. Like, she'll just sit back, relax, and just chill, while Jocelyn is the one, you know, going after her and ready to run up her blood pressure and go all crazy. So they got them to calm down. The guards was coming. She was telling the guards, like, don't touch me, don't you dare touch me. And then they get her to sit down. They start arguing again, and she tries to throw her shoe at her. I'm like, why does she always feel like that's the only way she can express herself? That shows that she doesn't have a good dialect, or she's not able to fight with words, because the first thing that she wants to do is run after somebody. Like, do you know who you are now? Like, you're actually a person in the public eye. You can't be talking about you're gonna fight everybody, because now you have money. You can get sued and people can get money from you. So you have to kind of think about that before you act. But I guess she's so used to being in a strip club that she's not thinking about the repercussions of her actions. We also had Erica and Shay. They still have their little beef going on. They did ask DJ Tracy why was it that she brought Shay into a situation where they knew that Erica was going to be, and she said she kind of just wanted to fix a tension that was in the air and get them together on a good place, because she thought that everything would have been good. She didn't realize, it kind of seemed like she was taking jabs at Shay a little bit too, the way she was kind of saying, oh, I didn't realize that she was like this or that, like that. So it was kind of weird. I don't think that friendship is doing too good right now. And then they were going back and forth, and Shay was like, come on, what you want to do? You don't want none of this. But luckily they didn't get up or anything as of yet. There wasn't any fighting going on, so that at least was pretty good. We also had Jocelyn. She doesn't like Carly Red still. She was saying she tried to be nice and people are taking her kindness for weakness, and she doesn't like her. And then Carly Red was like, please, can anybody understand her, understand what she's saying? And then Jocelyn was just like, oh, well, you understand Spanish. And she busted out with the Spanish real quick. But yeah, that's not going to be a friendship anytime soon. But I don't know, I don't see, from what we saw, I didn't see Jocelyn really trying to be too nice. Like, she was a little medium cordial, but then it was like in the background you're still making jokes about her, so it's all phony. So what's the sense? How are you being nice? I don't really think that was all that nice, you know? Let me know what y'all think, but I don't think so. We also had K. Michelle and Mimi. They don't look like they're too much into a good place right now. They kind of asked him like, oh, where you guys were getting hot and heavy in the back. So I don't know what happened in the back. They're probably going to talk about it in a little while, but they were just saying you guys were getting hot and heavy in the back. How are things now? She was like, well, you know, I like her dress. She was like, yeah, well, that's, Mimi was like, yeah, well, that's where we are. It was funny because when they introduced everyone, as soon as they said Kirk's name, everybody was like, boo. He's like the show enemy #1. Like, he even took the place of Stevie. You already know they had to show the main characters, which are Stevie, Jocelyn, and Mimi. That Stevie, Jocelyn, and Mimi. That's why we watch this show, because they give us life. They give us the energy. So they show, of course, clips from the last episode, which got hot and heavy, where he gave both of them a ring. He said the reason why he gave Mimi the ring was because it's a lifetime ring, because he's gonna take care of her for life. But he was also giving, you know, homegirl Jocelyn a ring as well, because he was kind of, I guess, engaging her. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But so they asked Jocelyn about it. She said that she understands now, but the reason why she got so mad because she didn't understand why he would do it. But she's like, then again, it is him. Like, she gives him a lot of leeway and allows him to do a lot of the things that he does, but then she gets mad about it. I guess she gets mad in the moment, but then when she thinks about it, like, oh wait, it's Stevie. He would do something like this. She's like, oh, it's okay. So what she said, which was one of the stupidest things that I heard her say, was that she's trying to change him in order for him to be a better man. And that's the thing that she is doing wrong. That's where even Mimi looked at her like, I've been there, done that, it's not going to happen. Like, people are going to be who they want to be. You can't change anybody to be what you would like them to be. You can think that you're doing it. You can try. I mean, you can help them to be the best person they can be, yes, but you cannot change anybody, because he's gonna do whatever he wants to do, because he's an individual. So Mimi was saying, Mona asked Mimi, like, do you think that you guys will be able to pretty much like coexist with one another? And she said, well, I'm not the one that has the problem. It's Jocelyn that seems to have some kind of issue or problem with me. So that's where it ends. And then Jocelyn's like, well, the reason is not that I have a problem, but the reason why I am the way that I am with you is because you bring your daughter over and you feel like you don't have to say anything to me. But the thing is, which Mimi starts to get mad, because it's not about Jocelyn. It's about her bringing over her child in order to see her child's father. It doesn't have anything to do with Jocelyn. Yes, Jocelyn may be in the picture at the moment, but it's about them spending time together. So that's kind of where I think the whole thing is like. So Mimi started saying, hold up, like she was getting mad and stuff, but then it started going to commercial. But Mimi looks like she's pissed off. Like, she was even telling Stevie J, like, shut the F up, like nobody wants to hear you right now. She was like pointing and everything. So they have Mimi and they're still on the stage, and Mimi brings up the point that he's manipulating Jocelyn. Jocelyn's like, yeah, I know all these things. I know that this is the way he is. I know that this is what he's gonna do. Then Mona asks the serious question, like, Stevie, right now, let us all know, are you two engaged? And he just kept on beating around the bush. He started talking to Mimi, like going off on a tangent. He digressed a little bit, and it was like, okay. Finally, they asked him again, like, are you engaged? Like, Jocelyn, don't you want to know? She's like, yeah, I want to know. And then it's like, okay, are you engaged to Jocelyn? He's like, well, we have what we have, but guys, be sure to stay tuned to the next Love and Hip Hop so that you can actually see what happens. The next thing that happened, they put everybody on a stage, like Erica Mignon, which is her mama, Mama D, and Scrappy. Mama D, she had on her royal getup, boy. She had on some nice big ball gown. It looked like it was black. You know, you couldn't really see the whole thing, but from her sitting down, it looked like it was big and gorgeous. And then she had on something that looked like a crown. She was not playing. She's like, yes, royalty is in the building. And they were just showing like little clips of how the whole relationship fell apart, how the fights had happened. Shay was in the background, you know, in the audience, and she was just like she was just like, yeah, look, you want to fight me, but look at him, look at y'all ain't meant for each other. So they kind of said, like, you know, how she was always there for him, but he was like, she wasn't always there, but the times that she was there, he did appreciate it. And she said that she Erica was like just crying, like you could tell that she was hurt by the whole situation, but she knows that she has to more work on herself right now and work on their friendship. So that's what they're really like focused on right now, is not a relationship, but it is hard for her because it's been like 11 years since they were in a relationship together, which is like over a decade, you know? Wow, that's a long time. So hopefully, you know, we'll see what happens with them next season or whatever, but right now it looks like they're pretty much done. Hey Maine, popcorn hose. Oh my god. So with this segment, they was talking to Tracy and Drew, and they just showed some little clips of how she had her boo thing and how Drew kind of messed up the whole thing and was getting all jealous and all this, and they was saying how she looks like she still has feelings for him, and well, they kind of asked him and he was like, yeah, she does, and she was like, no, why would you say that? Why would you say that? She asked everybody in the audience and they were like, yeah, she does. And we all know, because it's totally obvious. You wouldn't get so upset if there's popcorn hose in the apartment or in his house or around him if you didn't have such strong feelings for him. So she was talking about how, you remember when that girl was in the house and she was trying to bring over the check and he wouldn't open the door. He was saying that it's a rule that the exes are not supposed to just pop up, you know, just randomly. But she's like, hold up, I had a $25,000 check. Like, who's not gonna open the door if somebody has a $25,000 check? Like, come on. And Stevie J, of course, he in the audience right now. So, oh yeah. Like, yeah, I definitely, because you already know he would have opened the door. They also kind of asked them if they were going to be getting together anytime soon, but it didn't really look like they working towards that type of thing, because Tracy's like, I'm good. She just she don't want to be with him. I guess she doesn't want to go through all of that pain again, because they two were together for 11 years. So the last thing that they showed was Rashida and Kirk, and they kind of like went over some of the scenes and they were about to start asking them questions, but of course it was the end. So, but he was just there, like everybody, the tension was so thick that it was like trying to take a knife, a little plastic knife, and cut a brick. That's how it looked. Like, that's my bootleg analogy. Yeah, that's how freaking tense and how much tension was in that room. It was crazy. And I don't know, so we're gonna see what happens. It looks like it's gonna be crazy for the next one. Of course, it had to be more than one reunion episode. I don't think they've done that since like the beginning of these things is when they used to do one. Now they do like 2, 3 reunions nowadays. But I think the next one's gonna be the last one. But anyways, yes, y'all, I'm looking forward to it. They look like they're gonna be throwing some money and doing a whole bunch of yelling and all kind of craziness. And this Nico dude, that fake baller, gonna be coming out, and yeah, it look like it's gonna be crazy. So be sure to, if you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so we can chat about it. Be sure to comment down below on what you thought of the show, about your favorite character, what your favorite phrases, in that order, you know, and whatever else. I'm looking forward to it, okay, guys? So I'll see y'all soon, and my vlog channel information is down below, where I do catfish review recaps. I do, what else? I do catfish, I do R&B divas. I might be doing gold and glam. I did one episode so far. I do the real once in a while, but it's every day, so I don't do it every day. And also I do like regular, like just little vlogs or inspirational types of vlogs. Alright, and my acting channel is down below as well, so be sure to check those out. You may like one of them or even both. Alright guys, so as always, be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. Alright, see you in the next one. Later!